Good. Today we have Mr. SAITO, the Chief Representative of JICA, Japan International Cooperation Agency. This is an agency which works throughout the world for the enhancement of human life, human prosperity, in fact. They do huge support, especially in infrastructure in India, but now you should see they have touched almost every sector in India, especially in agriculture. That's the reason why the great man is with us today. Let us know more about JICA from Mr. SAITO. Welcome, Mr. SAITO.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah. Mr. SAITO, I just want to know, see, when we hear JICA, immediately we get a connection with the infrastructure, especially the railway, we know the Delhi Metro, many of those things.
Right.
But now we hear you are into agriculture. Can you just say a brief about JICA, how it started, what all the things they are doing?
All right. Okay. So JICA, Japan International Cooperation Agency, is one governmental agency under government of Japan, taking charge of official development assistance, ODA, to developing or emerging countries. And as of now, we have activity in roughly 100 countries all over the world. And the good thing for India is, and we are proud that India is our largest customer as of today. And for India, it looks like in terms of bilateral, cooperation, JICA is the largest supporter of India. And our size is more or less equivalent to the support from Asian Development Bank or World Bank.
Wow.
So, volume is huge and I'm very busy. Yeah.
Great.
Right.
Okay. So we know that. What are the initiatives in agriculture especially?
Right. So, agriculture sector, in India is, quite, a key driver, key element, in terms of, the sustainable, development, or, first of all, ensuring, food security of, billion people, more than billion people. That is why, agriculture has been, almost since the beginning, one of our focus area, in India. And our first project started in, way back in, 1988, from, project to support irrigation development. And as of today, our total commitment, accumulative commitment in agriculture sector, India's agriculture sector is 16,000 crore rupees, roughly speaking. Yeah. And as of today, currently, we have 6 or 7 projects in this country. Projects like irrigation network development in Odisha, small scale irrigation development in Andhra Pradesh, or horticulture crop diversification support in hilly states like Himachal Pradesh or Uttarakhand. And we have some other project in Rajasthan and those states. And in recent years, we also have technical cooperation in the state of Mizoram.
Okay.
Yeah, Northeast is actually Japan's geographical new focus. So between two prime ministers' agreement a couple of years back, We are mobilizing more efforts in Northeast. So, sectorally or, geographically, our activity is expanding.
Okay. Especially, I see you have a special concern for the smallholder farmers.
Right.
So, what will be the reason you are more focused on the smallholder farmers?
First of all, looking at India's agriculture over decades, I can do nothing but, first praising India achieving, food self-sufficiency through various efforts. First element is the Green Revolution, of course. And I notice particularity of your country's agriculture is quite systematic support for farmers, like a minimum price support, or practically free, low cost, power and water, and huge support in terms of input. So this is how India became, self-sufficient, and now big exporter of, cereals, especially rice. And so we are simply, we have great respect. But in recent years, India's agriculture faces, various challenges, like, climate change, I am very much, concerned about what's happening in Himachal Pradesh. And very, different, rain pattern or, seasonal, cycle, affecting, crop production everywhere you go in this, country. And also, another kind of a challenge is, huge support was, behind the success of India's agriculture. But it might be, in recent days, it might be, kind of, a limitation, so that, the sector can further, develop. So, this is how, our focus in recent years is more, to ensure sustainability or resilience of the sector, as well as realizing potential in terms of crop diversification, our production, productivity improvement of those horticultural crops, which can really bring new source of revenue for a billion of farmers in this country.
Mr. Saito, if I ask you, which are the other main countries you are in agriculture focused? Saito is involved in agriculture.
Africa is our another target of JICA's support, where food security, the sufficiency is not there like your countries.
Okay.
So over nearly 2 decades or more, so JICA, JICA is Japan, from Japan. Japan is rice eating population. We have technical edge in rice production. So we've been associating with almost all African countries to increase rice production. So we support financial input, technical inputs, of course, and between 2008 and 2018, JICA realized supporting those countries, realizing doubling rice production.
Okay.
Yeah. And we look forward to do again and double, Africa's rice production in next decade to come.
See, I just want to know what are the activities JICA is to because after COVID, the MSME sector is little in a problem.
Right. Yeah. So MSME, micro, medium, and small enterprises. I suppose it includes, medium, small farmers, right? Yeah. So, again, I'd like to praise India for overcoming, COVID, 19, the crisis, lots of, serious waves, have been overtaken by, the efforts of your government, your people. But there was a great impact, serious, hit to small scale, entrepreneurs, farmers, and from a perspective of development, funding agencies, we always look at small and marginalized, actors. For industry or manufacturing commerce sector, we have been working closely with government institutions like SIDBI.
Oh,
yes. Since the 80s.
okay.
So we provide a series of credit lines to support investment by small scale entrepreneurs, and that activity goes on until today. And for agriculture sector, we rather take a different approach, through respective individual state. So that, state, department can be more for, promoting, resilience of, farmers, like, crop diversification or, improvement of market access.
So I would like to know, as a final, this round, what are the new initiatives you have for Indian agriculture and your initiatives with the government of India?
So I partially, touched upon our, recent activities in India's agriculture, but let me showcase one project in Himachal Pradesh. So the project is a lending project to support, to help agricultural departments, horticulture department, to promote crop diversification or improvement of market access for farmers, with technical inputs, not only about the financial but the technical support. This is the second edition, the series 2 of our support to the state over this decade. So this phase 2 project started last year. Loan agreement was signed in 2021. And now we work together with those, state department, so that, they, those department will, improve infrastructure, small, minor, micro irrigation facilities or storage facilities, all along the value chain, marginal farmers, far away in the mountains, how to get them access to, market is quite a critical, aspect. And also, we provide technical support for, crops, production techniques. So we support, extension, people. We even directly support the farmers group, FPO, in recent terms. And financial wise, size of project is let's say 800 crore rupees.
Of this Himachal? Or
Yeah, for Himachal phase 2.
only?
Yes, yeah. And so this project is based on our previous phase 1 project in the state.
Okay.
So in phase 1 project, we supported 5 districts,
Okay.
and we found it, quite successful. So Himachal Pradesh state government, and then we agreed to do it all over
Right.
12 districts of the state. So this is how we are ready to disseminate,
Yeah.
expand our good practice in the past, and we are looking at the other states as well. So in last year we signed an agreement with Uttarakhand state
Okay.
to do same type of same size support for crop diversification in hilly areas for marginalized farmers.
Okay.
Yeah. So and the good thing is in recent days lots of people from different states are visiting Himachal Pradesh to see what we have realized with the state government,
Okay.
and they are quite keen to work with us. So lots of discussion is going on with various states. Right.
Okay, that's great.
Mm.
So, as a concluding word, what do you want to talk to Indian farming community?
Indian farming community. Yeah. I think, your potential is huge.
Okay.
Yeah. By, working better with government, state government, or other actors like, private sectors, research institutes, and more importantly, by better organizing your community, your group, or even in your house, in your family, you can realize much better, income or sales or income from agriculture, and you can make your business more sustainable and profitable. And you can, realize, a dream of your family, your own dream. I think, agriculture is one of the most promising sector. But for that, government, state government, all the stakeholders, look at, come up with, better way, to make this sector more efficient, more resilient, and more business oriented. Yeah.
So it's fantastic. See, SAITO we can see the way JICA works. The areas which normally people don't touch, the hilly areas, JICA is there. And see, they have done a fantastic job in Himachal Pradesh, and the government has asked to do every district. And the people from all over India are going and watching it and seeing that why not JICA to every state of India? Yes, that's what, because they want every individual, every farmer to be self-reliant and resilient enough to live a better life. Thank you.